And my next guest is a probably the only person I know. I know there's a lot of the fans in the Dog Pound. I think that's what they call themselves, the Dog Pound. But it's probably the only guy I know. And you know what? Since we're in Southern California, you can say, you know what? I know there's one Browns fan here in Southern California. I don't know why. So let's find out why this person is a Browns fan. I got my buddy who I went to radio school at the Academy of Radio Broadcasting in Huntington Beach. I got DJ Shogun, a.k.a. Leland White, a.k.a. I'm $50,000 richer. I'm about to tell you why in just a few moments. Leland White, thank you for joining me on the Sports Corner today.
Yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. I can't be as good as you. I'm not as rich as you at the moment, but I'm doing good, brother. How you been?
I'm doing good, brother. You know, I'm enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, $50,000 a little richer. You know what I'm saying? Things coming along good.
So let's dive into that. That's what's going on right now. Now, I don't know if you watched MTV this week. There's a little show called Fear Factor, and this week okay, so yeah, you're gonna have to help me with this a little bit, but it's 4 teams. It's a father and a son team. It's 4 of them. One of these teams was my man here leading with his son, Leangelo, right?
Yes, right.
Leangelo. And basically they battle it out and they won. So a little spoiler alert. I should have said that before saying they won. But either way, it's a very entertaining show. And a very entertaining stuff of what they did. So, and that's what I want to talk to you. Now, first of all, your phone, I'm sure, was blowing up already when you were on TV. But
yeah.
How were the notifications as soon as you were $50,000 richer?
Well, you know, when I became $50,000 richer, all of a sudden I started having relatives that came out the woodworking that I didn't know I had. Then, like, you know, some high school friends, like I graduated out of high school in 1980. All of a sudden I start getting friends from that year saying, hey, good job, I remember you. You remember me? so it's kind of something, you know. My wife, you know, she ended up posting on Facebook is like something like, oh, so everybody knows you now. And she's cracking up.
All of a sudden, you got more friends.
Right.
Very cool, man. Now, to the people that watched the episode, there's a little challenge that they did, which is, and I think this is what it's called. It's called a cone, kind of like what they put on the dogs when they go get a surgery, so that they don't basically bite the stitches or whatever. It's a cone that they put on their head. That's what the dads had to put on. The sons had to lay on this bed, and they were pretty much covered in scorpions. And what the challenge was is they had to get these scorpions out of the bed into the cone, and then the dad had to run from where the bed was to the other side of I don't know if it was a field or just a sandy area, dump it in the bucket. You had 3 minutes, and whoever had the most scorpions, I think the top 3 teams would advance to the next round. Tell me a little bit about that challenge, because one of the guys actually bled. Now,
yeah.
what were your thoughts? What was your thought process through this challenge?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. You know, they put them scorpions in. The first thing I was thinking of, these things with their pinchers. Oh man, they're gonna pinch my face, my nose, my eyes, my ears. Because one of the families, the dad had it on, and he actually got bit, or not. I don't know whether it pinched or something. He started bleeding. I was like, oh no, and I was worried about it, you know, because to have some scorpions around your face is like not an easy task to deal with.
Right. At the point that when you actually did the challenge, did that thought process still go through your head, or were you just it was there the whole time?
It's like, you know, once I got them in there, when I started going to find the place to put them in, I had so many scorpions in there. They didn't show it. I lost balance and I almost tripped.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had too many and I couldn't see.
What they did show, and you can follow my guy. Go to Facebook, type in Street Notes Live, or you can follow him on Instagram, Street Notes I believe you're also live on there, right? No, Street Notes Records. Street
Records.
Notes Records
Yes.
on Instagram. But the reason why I want to do a little more emphasis on the Facebook is because they had a 36-minute video earlier this week of them talking about their reaction and so forth. And I did make a comment to my man where it's like at the beginning I was a little worried because he was walking slow and his hands were up in the air. He was doing like this Matrix type of a move. And it's like, wait, you can't be doing that, bro. You gotta go quick. You gotta dub. You gotta dub.
You was clouding me then, because what it was, I was trying to find out where I was and get my bearings and stuff that I couldn't see, and that's why I was doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very fun episode. If you have not been able to check it out, do yourselves a favor. It's going to be playing on MTV. They replay these shows all the time. Go to MTV, check your local listings to find out what channel that's in your cable provider. DVR it. Go ahead, do it now. Go to DVR and just get it in your box. I guarantee you, it's a very fun episode. You already know who won. Kind of spoiled it for you already, but it's good times. Brother, we got a few more minutes left. I want to talk to you about what you're doing now. You're doing some good stuff. Congratulations, man. You've come a long way since the last time I talked to you. You're now the CEO of your company, Street Notes Records. You have a few artists coming out. Now, the music that you play, that you're basically involved with, is all hip hop and R&B. And my station, we're mostly news talk, as you know, but sometimes we got a little sports flavor. And hip hop and R&B is gonna always be attached to sports. There's no way around it. You cannot say that about it. You cannot say that it's not. But tell me a little bit of the artist. Tell me a little bit of what you're doing and some of the collaborations and so forth that you got coming up.
Well, right now we're promoting the album is Rhymageddon, which features Armageddon from the Terror Squad, and also Tony Sunshine, and also Prospect. And it's by the artist Rhyme Schemes. That's R-E-I-M-E Schemes. S-C-H-E-M-E-S.
To the people that don't know Terror Squad, Fat Joe and Remy Ma were nominated for a Grammy. Just to let you know the caliber of talent that my man is associated with. Continue, please.
Yes, and then we got Nashu and Hyatt from France. That's also part of it. Then we have El Jamaican, who's a Northern Cali artist. And what it is, Rhyme Schemes he wanted to bring a lot of artists basically involved from different walks of, the game and music to make this album possible. And it gets so much, I say love from it, because with the Island Flame song, we're now going to be performing at September the 4th, Labor Day, at the Caribbean Fest up in New York. So we're actually going to be there.
Nice.
So that's what's going on. And then we have Guns and Ammo, they're out of Chicago. They more like trap music. We have Tiana, which is a young girl. We call her Triple Threat because she's a dancer, an actor, and a singer. And she's from California. And we got Chinaman that does that Jamaican. He's actually from New York, but he lives out here in Fullerton, California. So we got that going on. And then we got the radio show, which I started it when I was in school with you. And basically it was called Street Notes Live. And then I end up having two events, and we called them the On the Rise events. And what it is, to give artists an opportunity to, show their music. And we even gave them awards like medallions to show that they were there. So I said, let's get my show back on, and we'll call it On the Rise Radio. So we have that. And my 8-year-old son, DJ Ben, is actually the DJ for the show. So he's 8 years old.
Yeah, exactly. 8 years old. So I don't want any excuses of the age. You got an 8-year-old kid who's doing things on the radio, man. Congratulations. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Right. And matter of fact, he was, if you ever seen the show Mistresses, he was the kid called Scotty on the first two series of the show, Mistresses, with Alyssa Milano, my son.
Very cool.
Yep. And then we got the radio show going on, and then all of a sudden I said, well, let's do a magazine, because there's opportunities where people are not given the chance to be heard, because, you got these big magazines, and they want an arm and a leg to get you in them. Well, we have a magazine that's going to do the same thing, highlight music, artists, radio stations, businesses, and we call it the On the Rise magazine, and it's going to drop in the third week of September and gives everybody an opportunity. If they're interested in getting in it, they just hit me up at StreetNotesRecords@gmail, and I'll give them all the information about it.
For my information,
So,
StreetNotesRecords@gmail.com.
At Gmail.
The social media is very easy. Street Notes Records on Instagram, or also go to Facebook and just go Street Notes Live. Man, we got about, we're up against the clock, so in about 30
Right.
seconds or less, and it's not a joke, he really is a Cleveland Browns fan. I wasn't kidding.
am diehard Cleveland Browns, so don't talk about my Browns. Matter of fact, I got some Cleveland Indian hats and everything. Anything is from Cleveland, I support and I rep.
30 seconds or less, brother. Why are you a Cleveland homer?
Because I'm from Ohio, and I'm always loyal to my home, and I will always stay loyal to my home no matter what. And I've been going there since Jim Brown, so you know I've been through the ups, the downs, and the crown.
The $50,000 richer man, Leland White, was joining me today on the Sports Corner. Follow him, Instagram, Street Notes Records. Mine is Gabriel Sports, and Facebook is Street Notes Live. I'm gonna have you back, man. We're gonna talk some Lakers. We'll talk some Lakers. I'll turn it into LA sports, and I'm gonna make sure that I have you on when LeBron agrees to come to the Lakers.
No way.
But till next time, thank you so much for listening to the Sports Corner. Enjoy the games.